and welcome to Lunch Therapy Tuesday. Yes, my name is Joe Fury, of course. You know who I am, but behind me is my friend. I'm sort of mentoring him. His name is Brandon. We will be doing a fashion video very soon, directed by none other than Joe Fury, myself. Yes, so look forward to that. We will perhaps premiere it on Lunch Therapy. I have been watching videos of the famed Jared Leto, who is a future friend of mine, I'm sure. But anyway, we're kind of kindred spirits, and they've been doing these things called fashion videos, and I think, this is a new niche for Joe. So anyway, great to be here. Looking forward to the show. We're going to have Elizabeth Croydon. We're going to have all kinds of people. I think even the great Santhaseeli will be visiting us today. So let's get on with the show. Lunch Therapy. I'm going to get myself a modem. 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 Okay, you heard it from Joe Fury. This guy, Brandon, apparently is going to be on some kind of, fashion video. I don't know what that is really, but it sounds cool. It looks to me like he's wild swimming. Last week we talked about wild swimming. You could get this whole onesie that would warm you up after your wild swimming. I don't know. I've done a little bit of cold swimming since then. I am getting my vagus nerve in gear. Glad to see everybody here today. We are going to have the incredible Elizabeth Croydon on the show today. We are also going to have Johnny Azari, who's a hilarious comedian. They're all going to be talking about this movie that they're making. And we're going to show a little bit of a trailer, a little sneak peek. There's Brandon. He's got that look, man. It's cool. It's cool. He's got the same shirt as Joe Fury, too. In through the nose, out through the toes. Let's breathe. Let it go. Yes, Todd Lee is here. And I want to announce to everybody that he got a modem. Yep, he actually got a modem. So he's joined the future. In through the nose, in through the nose, out through the fingers this time. Hold it. Let it go. Yeah, don't cross the streams. Especially if you're wild swimming or if you got a modem. Is he wearing a bird's nest on his head? I believe he is. One more, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Today is Tuesday. It's great to see Joyce Reese here. She is fantastic. She sells real estate, so if you ever want to buy a house or sell your house, Joyce Reese is the person for you. Let's get on with the show. I'm bringing on Elizabeth Croydon right now. We're going to talk about Dimebag Western, and we're going to show a little trailer. So here we go. It's Tuesday, so you never know what's going to happen. You never know. Live guests. Could be a mayhem, could be problems. Yes! Yes! There she is.
Wasabi!
Fresh from outer space. How are you? Oh my God.
Woo!
Elizabeth Croydon is here.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, and there's a gentleman sitting on a couch behind you.
That's right. That's the great Marcus Colbert of the K-Tau radio, the only solar radio in-house.
What does that mean, solar radio? What does it mean?
Solar-powered radio.
Wow.
And Marcus Colbert has a morning show, I believe on Saturday, but I don't know. I'll let him tell you.
Okay.
All the
Cool.
company and time I spend with him in collaboration or whatever, it feels like Saturday.
It does. That's good.
So
So he's a lot of
that's why
fun.
I'm on my show. And my boyfriend liked Marcus so much. I've been taking my alien boyfriend because he's from another planet.
Yeah.
In case you're just tuning in, but he's very good at communicating. Everybody loves him in Taos. So I've been introducing him to the people I love. We're officially dating. I haven't gone couple on the Facebook yet because he's a little embarrassed about his tentacles.
Oh, he's got tentacles.
Yeah,
wow, I had no idea.
They tickle, Joel.
That's cool, though. You can't knock it. They got to be, octopuses have tentacles. Did you know that? Octopuses, they have tentacles?
Oh, well, maybe I should ask about his heritage.
You should probably take him down underwater, introduce him to some octopuses.
Maybe we'll go snorkeling.
Yeah, because, we got those. We got tentacles here on this planet. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all.
That's really nice. I'm glad you're tentacle tolerant.
We are totally tentacle tolerant. The big TTT, Hey, I'm going to show a trailer. TTT Tuesday. Totally tentacle tolerant Tuesday.
Totally tentacle tolerant.
Thank God I did my tongue exercises before the show today. Yeah. So I'm going to show the trailer. I'm going to show the trailer of Dimebag Western to kind of set this up. And then afterwards, I'm going to bring in this.
My boyfriend taught me that.
Can you do this? Only like 4 out of 5 dentists can do that. All right, so I'm moving on.
Yoga. Okay, moving on.
Jack Does Horror is here. I had to take penicillin when I started to grow tentacles. I was just working with Jack Franklin on his show, Apocageddon, coming soon to a YouTube near you. If you go to BleepTube on YouTube, you're going to love it. It's fantastic, Apocageddon, and I will be appearing on that show soon. And I was really excited to work with him and Josh. So I'm going to show the trailer.
Yay!
And
okay.
Maybe you can put the headphones on. I think you have to
show the trailer.
I think you have to put the headphones on because I'm getting a little feedback.
Okay, wait. I'm able to hear it. We'll share. I've seen it. You
one on each ear. I don't know, but we're certainly going to be introduced to someone.
I can't pay her for what she's worth, so I'm going to let her wear the headphones.
Here's the trailer. There you are. There's he. There's Marshall. There's a Marshall. Dimebag Western. Yeah. All right. It looks super cool. And who is here now but Johnny Azari, comedian extraordinaire. Johnny, welcome to Lunch Therapy.
Hi, I feel like I got an LSD enema after watching all of that.
It was intense. It's way too much to handle. Way too much to handle. I think you need to expand it to like a 2-hour movie. I mean, it's just an idea that I'm having because
I like it.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there. Johnny, where the hell are you right now?
I'm in Miami Beach.
Miami Beach. Wow. That must be weird being there, huh?
No, I mean, it's weird being anywhere on planet Earth because human beings are psychopaths.
So true, so true.
But of all locations, this one is probably the least lost its mind.
Okay,
so
cool.
That's why I'm here.
That's good. That's good. So do you live there always? You seem to be a person who's all over the place. I saw you in Boston doing comedy. I saw you were in New York. You were talking about New York. Apparently you were in Taos, I guess, shooting this movie. right?
Yeah, I tour a lot, or at least I used to before COVID.
Yeah,
But I tend to just go wherever life sucks the least.
yeah,
That's my general like trajectory. I try to look at the map of the country and where are people the least insane. And but I'm from New York City.
you are.
That's where I was raised. I'm a New Yorker, and I'm probably leaving Miami soon to go back to New York. Although I don't know because government Cuomo was just on the news talking about dragging people out of their homes and sticking needles in their arms. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, maybe the crazy is still like at maximum dial over there. I'll just chill here and die from COVID like a sane person.
You'll go down with the ship.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Because I
dragging
think,
people out of their homes is a little.
yeah, I think Bezos will give you like a seat maybe on his crotch rocket if you want to like go for something different.
Crotch rocket, baby!
You know, Jeff
I don't
Bezos,
know.
have you seen his gigantic penis ship?
Yeah. His dick magnet. It's. I think if when they start making spaceships that are like shaped like labias, I'm more likely to get in it. But
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. We got to get them working on that. Got to get
there's
them
nothing
working.
new and exciting about a dick to me. I've had one my
Up,
whole life.
up
You
in
know what I
the
mean? Like
air,
Look at a
my
super
beautiful
gigantic one that you can get
balloon.
into. I mean, that's, it's a new level. Totally
honestly,
new level.
it pains me to say that Tulsi Gabbard had the best joke of everybody about that, and it's like it came from a politician. She's like, "I'd like to congratulate Jeff Bezos on his trip to outer space, but I'm really upset that he decided to come back." Like that. Why
Yeah.
didn't I think of that? It's such a good joke.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, it is actually it's sort of appalling. All the stuff that's been going on with Bezos, like to top it off like that after, I don't know, not paying people enough. And then also like a bunch of his workers getting COVID. And then, more than 19,000 Amazon workers tested positive for COVID between March 1st and September 19th of 2020. And Jeff Bezos made more money than he's ever made before, right? I mean, he became like the richest man in the world during that time period.
Well, Elon Musk took him out for a second
For
there,
a
but
second, he went for
yeah,
a second there. He had him.
but that's only because they're pumping the stock market with like all of the treasury, you know, they're just loading.
Wow!
Wow,
But
this
no,
is
I mean,
intense.
The thing with Jeff Bezos, like we've always had these like mega rich douchebags, but like if you
Yeah,
go back to the Industrial Revolution, you had like Carnegie's and Rockefellers, and these people would build concert halls and libraries and hospitals. This dickhead is just blasting himself off in a penis that he wish he had. You know what I
it's
mean?
so
Like,
incredible to me.
there's no philanthropy. Like, I
No,
would.
I
Yeah,
do.
tell
He
me.
is. He's bringing along an 89-year-old woman from
That's true.
Taos who probably should have been in the first space dick, but because she was a woman, the other dicks didn't want her coming into
I thought
space.
she went up with them too. She went up with them the
Yeah,
first
she
time.
went up with him. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I don't think she's
no,
been to space
she
yet.
was
No.
set to be the
I don't
first
think
Yeah,
you're
woman.
supposed to go to space if you're 89 years old.
Well,
Like,
she
Well,
was
that's
you
missed her
know, we
chance. She was
all
an
pick our
astronaut.
places to die.
She was an
She was.
astronaut, and she missed her chance. And now, he was giving her the chance. Apparently, the guy who bought the seat, though, correct me if I'm wrong, he decided he had a schedule conflict and couldn't go. And he said like a kid instead.
he
That's
goes
weird.
to
What kind of a
No,
schedule conflict could that be? Like,
no, that's hilarious.
that's too
Like,
funny.
like at the last minute, he's having a drink with his wife, and he's like, "Space, baby," and she's like, "Do you really know if he knows what he's building with all that
Yeah.
money?" And schedule conflict.
Here is
I
Todd Lee making the sane point for us. He has given $10 billion to fight climate change, $2 billion to fund homeless action, and he's also going to give $2 billion to NASA for the lunar lander mission. How much is NASA going to give him? How much are we going to give him, though? It's a good question. I don't know, but that's great.
I don't know. He's giving all of our data to the CIA. So,
It's like we're just like
I
this
mean,
with Jeff Bezos.
he's
We don't know.
not giving anybody anything. He took it from us, and he's just giving it to I mean, it's not.
It's hard,
There's no.
There's also the fact that he's been delivering all our food and all our stuff that we order every 5 seconds. I don't know. Do you use Amazon? Either
Oh,
one of you?
constantly. I'm a complete
like, we can't.
hypocritical asshole.
I know we're totally hypocritical.
No, he's got us. Like that's
Well,
the
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's part of the machine, my son.
We're all
Welcome.
part of the grand machine.
I mean, but
Um,
I personally hope that humanity goes extinct as soon as possible. So
What?
I'm actually like, I'm working towards my morality is not hypocritical because I'm trying
Me
to
too,
facilitate
Johnny.
that.
Me too.
Facilitate that. Well, you're in the right place, I'll tell you. You're
Yeah,
in the right
South
place.
Beach definitely.
Oh my God. All right, so let's talk about Dimebag Western. Let's talk about something at least you all know about. Tell me about this movie. Tell me about what you're doing, what stage it's in. I mean, obviously, it looks like a lot of fun.
Well, to quote the late Tausenio, Donald Rumsfeld, there are a lot of known knowns, a lot of unknown unknowns, a lot of known unknowns, a lot of unknown knowns.
Yes.
And there's no place like known. Turn on your third iPod, everybody.
Okay,
Listen
I got
to
it.
your own tunes. I am very excited to be working on it.
Uh-huh.
We are looking at the first cut. We are working to figure out where we want to go with it, from where we went with it during the pandemic. And Johnny Azari, he left a Matt Dillon set to come film with us.
Wow.
And
That's cool.
help fund the expenses. And Zilly is here in the background. She was on the set with Johnny. And Marcus is about the future. We're getting ready to shoot.
Zilly.
Yeah, this is Zilly.
Hey,
here.
Zilly.
Let me show the.
Yeah, give her the
Here.
headphones. Hey, Zilly. So now that Elizabeth can't hear us, tell us what it was like working with her.
It was really fun. I had a great time. I wanted to do more.
Are you going to be doing more?
I hope so.
All right.
We should be.
Jack wants to party with both of you, with all of you. This is the most partying that we can do right now, I guess. Jose says this is his happy place. All kinds of wilding. There's a lot of wilding going on today. It's like kind of mayhem. I'm kind of a control freak, so I'm just letting go. I'm trying to.
Me too,
right.
Joe.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just trying to let go, let live, let be.
Yeah.
Live and let live.
Yeah.
All right. So what is the part that Zilly's playing?
Zilly is playing Dakota, and she's watching where the weed goes and reporting into the Spice King.
So there's aliens that come down to the Earth, and they like to put on our meat bodies somehow.
Yes.
And so that they can
they can
ganja.
Yes. So they can survive our climate. They have to insert themselves into human meat suits, and they come down. And the first undocumented alien to remain in Taos was not aware that it was so pleasurable to get high in a human meat suit. They just mined the weed to fuel their spaceships. And we just happen to have an excellent climate due to the pH in the soil. Yeah. So, and he got high his name, by the way, is Captain Bud Dank. And he got high for the first time and never left Taos. And then these aliens have had a very difficult time with a lot of undocumented aliens going down to get the other aliens and then deciding that they don't want to leave.
Johnny, what's the character you're playing?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Excellent.
We wrote all of this. We wrote this thing on set for the most part. It's nice to see that Elizabeth went back and edited a plot into the fucking thing. No, I'm serious. We literally improvised all of it. So what character am I playing? I'm not in the trailer, so
this applies to the.
I saw you in the trailer. You were there momentarily.
My name isn't. My name.
Weren't you standing at a bus stop or something? Come on.
I'm being choked to death.
He likes it. He asked for that. I didn't mean to objectify you, Johnny. Johnny's playing Spock number 2. This relates to our known unknowns. Like, we know Johnny is a major player in this movie. We know he is the second Spock, but we have yet to name Johnny's character. I like Spock too, but the doctrine of infinite flexibility is like the French improv movies is flowing through my stream of movie making. And so, yes, he's a Spock, which is cops spelled backwards. This is not S-P-O-C-K. This is S-P-O-C.
Okay.
See the loophole in the copyright infringement suit? Yes, I do. I will take it. I will run.
It's a completely different thing. It might have something to do with space.
Completely different.
No pointy ears.
Yeah, because he's a space narc, and he's trying to get the weed like every other alien in this movie. He wants to get the weed. Johnny.
Johnny, what is this movie? Is this kind of like a caper that you're running here? Was it like shot on the fly where everybody's like, you're telling everybody, hey, we're just making a movie for my friend's birthday here. We're not making a movie. It's just fun. Was it that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I went up to Tawas because, she was up there making this thing, and I was nearby down in Albuquerque. And she just, we improvised the scenes. I mean, she gave us a basic, outline of what the scene, framework of how the scene should go, and then I sat down and I just started writing jokes. That's all I did. I did just how do I make every line
I got a technical question. Did you write it down on paper first, or did you just improvise it, or what did you do?
I wrote it into my phone and then memorized it pretty. It wasn't long. The scenes were like a couple minutes. It wasn't. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. We were just up there, and I like this guerrilla style of filmmaking. I came from a set that was like $1 million production and like 1 billion people running around and everybody bored out of their minds. And then when I went up there, and it was like 4 of us just doing it, and it was just like way better. It was a lot more fun, because everybody is performing every role, I mean, you're all doing something, so
also,
it was cool.
When you do improv movies like this or television or whatever, you have to make sure that you're not like constantly stepping over each other. So you have to have the right people that, know how to do improvisation and things like that. You started out as a musician, didn't you, Johnny?
Unfortunately.
Do you think that helps you in improv?
Maybe. I don't know. I hate improv. I've done it a couple times. I do. I can't stand it. And I've done it a couple times, and the troops I've done it for were all like fawning over me and trying to get me to join the troop. And I'm like, no, you guys are a bunch of
maybe that's why you hate it so much, because you're so damn good at it. You're just bored. I am such a good improviser.
The challenge is writing, spontaneous word association, like a 6-year-old can do. I'm sorry, but it's like
spontaneous word association.
That's all it is they say a word, you think of another word, and then all you have to do is have a little bit of like panache and presence, and you deliver it, and it's like, nice. And everybody laughs because they know you just thought of it. So
that's one of the things about improv that I always found kind of not as great, was that a lot of the laughs come from the fact that you just thought of it, and not from the fact that it's funny or super good. So it's like I'm almost like do an improv and then go right down the scene or whatever, and then come back, and do it.
It's like I want to be a comedian, but I don't want to do any of the work. I want to show up completely unprepared for my job and still get laughs.
But some people are so good at it, though. You know what I mean? Like almost like they get their head out of the way.
Living the dream.
I mean,
Larry David and all that.
It helps. It's good. It's a good skill to have. But improv as an art form, it's like the ice capade. It
is an art form. Yeah.
Like it takes skill, but nobody cares.
I did an improv movie that was super fun. Karen Black was in it, and lots of all the Henry Jaglom. He produced it and had all his like improv actors in it. We had the best time, but the movie never came out.
That doesn't surprise me.
It just never happened. I don't know why. I think probably because a lot of times if you get some actors will go just try and talk the whole time, kind of like me on Lunch Therapy.
Well, yeah, and look, when you do like the micro budget movie, which this is like micro 2.0 budget movie. Yes, please. I love Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Maybe they should sponsor Lunch Therapy.
They should sponsor Lunch Therapy. In fact, they are now sponsoring it. Because
Yeah,
I love
here's-
Nicorette. Maybe we should get that.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Whatever.
I love you got my Haagen-Dazs on your Nicorette. I got my Nicorette on your Haagen-Dazs.
Folger's classic roast.
That's a lot. That's an irresponsible amount of
That
Folger.
is crazy.
That's what that is.
When you're dealing
It's a
with
prop.
a micro,
It's a prop.
when you're being very frugal, as I like to call it, the Fellini filmmaking approach, where you got $50 and some Parmesan cheese, and you hold it up to a fan, and all of a sudden you got a snow blizzard. Bless you. You got unknowns, and I knew that Johnny and Lucas and Zilly were all going to be fantastic on the fly, and I know how to direct. But we didn't know that there would be this bleeding guy who came running onto their set. And maybe Zilly got the information about the bleeding guy. Maybe I should let Zilly and Johnny talk about.
So wait, there's this like total random person coming onto the set bleeding?
He was running from the law. Literally. There were like 5 cop cars looking for him, and he's just bleeding to death trying to get in the movie.
Trying to get in the movie? I'm bleeding! Quick! Roll the cameras!
He was trying to direct the movie, and he was very interested in getting in Joel's car, or Lucas's car, I have to say. Covered in blood. Here's Zilly.
Yeah.
She got the details.
So what happens,
She
Zilly?
got the details.
Well, I don't. So they were shooting the scene on the corner, and I was standing on the plaza, and I looked up, and on the third level or the second level, there was a guy standing there, just standing there. And then all of a sudden, I thought he was going to jump off, but all of a sudden he goes to jump off, and then he grabs on and shimmies down and runs over to the corner to where they're shooting.
Okay, wait. And before that, right, I see him as I'm directing my crew, and he's running really aggressively. There are no cop sirens. We didn't know I didn't know. You don't assume in Taos. There's all kinds of cans of crazy. So he runs up, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" Really aggressive. And I was like, making a movie, eh? And he goes, "Yay, okay," and he waves. And he keeps running. And then Zilly saw him scurry up and go on.
Yeah, so then all of a sudden he was on the roof, and he shimmies down, and he gets down, and I'm like, who is this guy? And he's just covered in blood, all down, dripping.
No.
Dripping in blood. And I was like, did that happen when he got off the roof?
It's okay. He was into it.
He was...
My crew has a lot of New Yorkers in it.
That's what he does.
We put on our New York suit.
Totally. So he goes over, and we're getting we got it in bits and pieces of what was going on. And it turns out he was at some party, right? I don't know what happened.
But he felt very disrespected, yo.
He felt really disrespected at this party.
Oh, okay.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to me all the time, but I usually don't bleed after that.
He was gushing, and then he ran. And from where the party was, it sounded like he ran a few miles. And at first, when we first saw him, he came running through the set and stopped when we were shooting a scene, and he was like, "What's going on here?"
Oh my God.
I'm assuming he watched us for a while.
He totally did from the roof.
Because he jumped down and he was like, "I love what you guys are doing. You're going to make it. You're going to make it because you're making it yourself." And he was trying to line up the card shot of Johnny Azari and Lucas Nijkamp in the Spock scene.
Yeah, he was
That's
trying
the
to
thing.
direct.
So this is the problem. This is why they have movie studios. Lots. So that you just have the walled-in place where nobody can just run right into your set.
He was directing while holding on to the wall and gushing blood all at the same time.
Hey, can you hold on a bit? I have been trying to get a hold of this soothsayer.
Yes.
Her name's Santhaseeli. I've been trying to get a hold of her for a long time. She's calling me now. I told her I'm in the middle of my show, but let me see if I can get her on here. She's on Zoom. All right. I'll see you. I'll be back.
Jolna, hello. I knew you were going to call me. I could sensate it. I could feel it coming.
Oh, Santhaseeli.
Yes, that
wow.
is right.
You could feel it coming?
Oh,
that
yes.
I was calling it? Well, I did send you a Zoom link.
Well, that was a hint.
Oh.
Bit of a hint. But also I could feel it.
You are amazing. You're amazing. You can feel Zoom? You can feel Zoom.
I could feel you're coming to me with a Venmo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is
Well-
it PayPal?
PayPal?
You're doing Zelle. Okay, whatever you want to be doing, it's okay. Bitcoin, also Amazon, take it, I take it too.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you taking the time here because I know it's like, I don't know, middle of the night there or something, but I just wanted to consult with you. There is this agent who wants me to get a brain implant. Yeah.
He wants to put a plant in your brain.
No, he wants me to get a brain implant. Not a house plant, but an implant.
An herb, he wants to put it in your brain. I see. He wants you to take some herbs. Okay, let me read you a little bit from Living Easy with Ayurveda about the herb and the herbal smoking, the benefits, the rules, the side effects, and blends to try. Okay? Because herbal smoking is one of the daily routines as per Ayurveda. It helps to balance the Vata and the Kapha dosha. You see, it's used for both preventative and therapeutic purposes. But there are certain people that should not be inhaling. They're not suitable for inhalation.
That's probably me.
Well, let me tell you the various ones, and if this is befalling you now, you must not do the herbal smoking. Okay?
Okay.
Are you suffering from bleeding diseases like nasal bleeding, hemorrhagia?
Well, sometimes I get a bloody nose, but it's usually if somebody punches me. Yeah.
Yeah, that is normal. Somebody who has just undergone Virachana therapy, which is purgation treatment. Purgation, vomiting and purging yourself. Have you been doing it?
No, I quit that a long time ago.
Good for you. Okay, if you have intestinal obstruction, diabetes, urinary tract disorders, blindness, flatulence, bloating, diphtheria, anemia, and jaundice. Have you got any of those?
Not really on a regular basis, no.
Are you sure? Even the flatulence?
Well, maybe that, yeah.
Well, have you ever been, not ever, but have you just been administered an enema?
Just now?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's good because that would interfere quite mightily.
Okay.
Have you eaten any fish, wine, curds, milk, honey, fats, or poison?
I did have, a little hemlock earlier.
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, that's a joke. It's hemlock. Nobody should drink hemlock because isn't that how Socrates died or something?
In any case, are you taking curds?
Curds. Cottage cheese?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what they call. Well, that one you cannot.
Okay. I'm a little bit like Miss Muffet. I have curds and I have whey.
Have you been injured in your head?
Maybe.
Head injury.
Yeah. One time I fell off my bike and I hit the back of my head. I have not been the same since.
Yeah. And are you awake all the whole night?
Working on my show. Yeah.
So for you, this doesn't sound like a proper treatment, actually.
I knew it. Because when I smoke anything, I get just totally paranoid. So thank God.
We will do a different treatment, a very excellent treatment. It's called galactic staring. Okay?
What?
Galactic staring.
Okay.
You're going to go outside in the night and you're going to look at the stars. Okay? That's going to help relieve some sense that you feel of pressure, of stress, of also a feeling like you can take the weight of the world on your shoulders. Galactic staring, what it does is it shows you that you are but a dust in the toenail of an ant on the, in the grand scheme of things. You are nothing. You are less than nothing. Yeah.
Is that gonna make me feel better?
Oh yeah. That will make you feel very good. Very, very good.
But I'm in Los Angeles. All the stars are on the ground. They up in the sky. It's just you can't see anything.
Why do you have them on the ground? That's very rude.
It was just
on top of them.
well, we put them on the sidewalk, and we do. We walk on top of them.
Really are sick people, aren't you?
Kind
you
of.
Take from the sky what God has put, and you put it on the floor to step on it. Come on.
What about pictures of the galaxy?
Actually, you can take a photograph.
A photograph.
Just stare at it, okay? Just stare at the photo. I will.
A picture of like stars?
No, a picture of me. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah. You just stare at a picture of me.
Of you.
Day and night. Just stare at it.
Really? Just stare at a picture of you?
Exactly.
I mean, that'd be nice. It'd be
so good for you. It will be so relieving and opening, and it will cause you you will see great beauty, of course, and that will make you happy.
Okay.
And also, don't forget the Bitcoin payment. Okay?
Bitcoin payment. For
Yes.
I don't understand any of that cryptocurrency stuff. I don't have any Bitcoin. What does that do though for you? Is it good for the skin?
Oh yes. It's good for everything because it shows you that money is complete nonsense. It is meaningless. It has nothing. You can make one up with a dog flying, whatever you want. But in my case, I like it. So just give it to me. All of it.
I'll just give you whatever Bitcoin I have.
Bitcoin, Venmo, as I said, Venmo is very, very good. Zelle, whatever system, technological system you have, I will receive it. Right?
So let me just get this straight. So you are recommending to me to look at the stars until I feel meaningless. To stare at your face.
Meaningful, my dear. You see, the point is that you are both everything and nothing together, and that galactic staring will help you access that connection with everything and that loss of ego. Which is a big problem for you people there where you are in Hollywood and walking on the stars.
That's totally worth it.
No problem. Okay?
Thank you so much for taking the time. And I just really feel better already. Feel pretty good.
You look marvelous.
I do?
Yes, fantastic.
I've got the, something on my head because
that keeps your head together,
You do that too?
No, all the ancient sages, the sadhus, the gurus, all from hundreds and thousands of years ago, they said you must keep your head together with tight wrapping on the head.
That's
wrapping like this, but also wrapping.
Okay.
Hold it. Keep it together, Jolna. Keep it together. Don't let it fly off your shoulders.
Okay. Thank you so much. I will send you Venmo, some PayPal, coming your way.
God bless America.
All right. I'll see you, Santhaseeli. Whoa.
Did I disappear?
Not yet. You have to click the little red button at the bottom.
Is it a button?
It's in the right corner, right hand lower corner. It says end or something. End session or something.
It says I will leave.
Okay, bye.
I will leave. Bye.
Bye, Santhaseeli. Oh wow, that was. Wow, that was so. I feel so much better now. Sorry. Thanks for giving me the time. Just the 10 minutes to meet with my therapist because she's impossible to get an appointment with, and I gotta keep saying. How do you guys keep saying? How do y'all?
I listen to rock and roll, Joel. I believe in rock and rollitics. In the name of John, Paul, John, and George and Ringo, let's all just get a bong. Amen and a women.
That's a good one.
Alien too. Why discriminate? Why discriminate from other planets? I don't understand it. Damn it, Janet. I love you. That's those who know don't say. Those who say don't know. Joel.
Johnny, what do you do? Do you? You don't have any head covering, keeping your head together. How do you keep your head together?
Oh, I refrain from arguing with idiots.
I think that is a good plan. It's hard sometimes, though. It's difficult.
Yeah, you just say yes, I agree, and then they go back into their fantasy, and then they're gone. They fuck off, and you can fuck their wife when they're not looking.
I think.
Perfect.
I think that's
on your toes, Joel. On your toes.
On your toes. On your toes. I think that is the most. I know you got to watch that guy. You got to watch him.
Only if you're a moron. If you're not a moron, I won't fuck your wife.
Oh, excellent.
My boyfriend won't let me hang out with him alone. Like he's always flying the UFO in to be on the set. So the UFOs in our movie will be authentic.
Have you heard of this like micro dosing of the shrooms? Someone just mentioned that. Jack did. Anybody hear about that? Is that something that people are doing?
Yeah, that would be me. That would be my turf. I like a good fun guy. That's why I hang out with Johnny and Marcus and you. Why discriminate when it extends to shrooms? I like them on my pizza. The micro dosing. I've done the macro and the micro dosing and come out better for it. It's something that you need to study and understand what you're doing.
I don't recommend it.
And some people don't recommend it.
Yeah.
Regarding like long-term microdosing, I don't necessarily, if you're a narcissist that likes to pull the wool over your own eyes, I don't recommend it. Like it'll only enhance your narcissism and your belief that you are God. And that might affect a few people's lives negatively,
All right. Well, do you have anything else that you want to say about the movie? Because
you need to be a responsible adult, ladies and gentlemen.
Be a responsible
adulting in your usage.
Right.
And,
all of you must be responsible adults.
Speaking as a sober, fluid person, sober's sexy too. Everybody's like, ooh, shrooms. It's so underground and passe. No, man, when I meet a freak that's sober in this world, all the fucking time, day and night, that's some kind of alternative reality, man. I want to sit on that guy's nuts. Like,
I like being sober. I like being
that
sober.
guy, and he still jams on the rock and roll, still has I'm just saying, there should be more sober, fluid behavior among the shroomers. And, like when your friends say you're being an asshole, like, hey, man, you've been microdosing with your Microsoft friends for 5 years now, and we just want to say that you're not manifesting the bonfire at Burning Man, okay?
Elizabeth! You and I have this code that when I go like this,
you did that.
You know to wrap it up.
Hey,
I knew you were going to ignore his safe word.
I did.
I knew it.
Oh,
you guys were planning that.
I was just like, oh my God, I tried this.
Okay, Joel, I apologize. I will look more at the safe word, which is silent. So good thing I know sign language. And I let you have the schedule and the leadership. I just want to get Marcus Colbert up before you.
Marcus, bring him on. Bring him over here. He's in the waiting room back there.
DJ Colbert.
All right, let's talk to him for a second.
All right.
But then I got to wrap the show up because I got a dance break to do. Hey, how's it going?
I'm well. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Tell me, so you worked on the movie as well, right?
Not yet. She has a scene that she wants me to shoot, which I'm still in the dark about completely. But I guess it's I'm going to be typecast as a DJ. So
and you are a DJ, I take it.
I am a DJ, among other things. You have to have many roles in Taos to make it through.
Is that the way it is in Taos? Everybody has like a million jobs?
Well, it's usually at least the Taos 2-step, often 3. I've got 3. I'm an attorney and a bass player too. So.
Oh my God, Johnny, do you find that too, where you have to have multiple jobs, multiple skills today in this crazy world?
I just avoid working.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my dad, Jack. Both of these guys are my dads. Are you my father?
No, not really anymore. So long as they keep sending everybody government coupons, who needs to?
Yeah, exactly. No one wants to work. Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't discourage them, please. Don't discourage them.
I don't think you could change their mind. Once a society finds out it can print money, it doesn't stop until it explodes. So we're going.
But what is money anyway? What is money anyway? How do you,
Bitcoin.
Johnny? Since you're thinking that you are promoting the end of our existence, what do you think we can do to counter that?
I wouldn't say I'm promoting it. I'm just not going to try to get in its way.
You're not.
There's a great line from Bright Eyes. He says, "When you're fighting a war that's over nothing, it's best to be on the side that's going to win." And I don't really think that human beings are that special. I think that we've been given an incredible gift and we've squandered it with our own stupidity. And, I don't really see like a negative outcome in us annihilating ourselves. So, I'm just going to enjoy the ride and make some jokes and try to get laid. And if it all ends, it ends. And if it doesn't, then I'll end. And that's that,
Yeah.
It's easy.
What do you think, Dad? What do you think, Dad?
I think the street lights are on and it's time for everybody to go home.
My God, this is the gloomiest thing I've ever heard. This is a terrible way to end the show. We try and promote happiness on this show, but yes,
all right.
I see what you're saying. Absolutely.
You want hope? I have a quote for you. This hope from Franz Kafka.
Yeah.
He says, "There's always hope, just not for us."
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, one more thing before we go. I do want to, because I was recommended to stargaze by Santhaseeli, the great therapist here. I am going to have a little bit of stargazing here from the Hubble telescope. So she said we need to look up into the sky. These are some pictures from the great Hubble telescope, which is nearing its end of its life right now because it's going to be replaced by another gigantic Jeff Bezos style telescope. No, it's not going to be Jeff Bezos. So these are some incredible pictures that were taken by the Hubble telescope. This is a famous one. It's called the Pillars of Creation, which is a nebula out in space. And Santhaseeli says we look out into space and we realize how small and insignificant we are, and perhaps that will make us happier. I'm not sure how. But we need to
boyfriend takes me to eat at that star over there.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's good. Yeah,
right by the other one. But these are some gorgeous pictures, aren't they? This is the awakening of newborn stars taken by the Hubble telescope. This is what they call this is the constellation of Virgo, the spiral galaxy. Anyway, so there's some other stuff out there besides people ruining the planet.
Oh, my boyfriend lives over there.
He does? That's where he lives?
Yeah, he came over to Marcus and Janice's house for dinner. Janice cooked us all an amazing dinner because I couldn't attend their wedding together.
Yeah, right.
I went to the Applebee's over there one time.
It's gone.
It's gone now? Been replaced.
Oh, yeah.
They
all right,
really
thanks everybody
today.
for being on the show. And thanks for giving us some perspective. And also, I suppose there's going to be a place where people can help promote your movie or help finance the movie, right?
Just a request to follow me on Twitter, eCroydon, Croydon. The crowdfunding campaign is coming out shortly. Maybe you'll have some of us back. Right. There's more to talk about. Poet for Peace is coming up to shoot some more. I have a lot of unexpected things to troubleshoot right now.
Fantastic.
I'm in full producer mode.
I just wanted to plug something real quick, if
Please.
that's okay. I just shot a comedy special that'll be coming out in a few months.
Yeah, tell us about it.
The concept is red room versus blue room. I'm doing the same exact show in a conservative room and then a liberal room, and I'm going to cut between how polarized the audiences, different audiences reacting differently to the exact same material. I got the first show, shooting the next one on Friday in West Palm. If anybody's watching from West Palm.
Is it live?
Yeah, it's a comedy show. It's a comedy special. It's just
and then you're going to cut back and forth. That's great. Which one did you do first, the liberal or the conservative?
The conservative room.
Oh, cool. How'd that go?
Really well.
Cool.
So
I look forward to that. So,
so I have
people
a feeling
should
we're gonna
follow
find
you,
out that
right?
liberals, in fact, don't have a sense of humor, but we'll see.
I love it,
Yeah, we'll
Johnny.
see.
I love you
So,
so much.
people should
Okay.
follow Johnny. Azari? Is it just Johnny
Yeah,
Azari?
if you Google me, it
Yeah, you
fills
can
up
Google him.
shit,
You'll see he's got some fantastic pictures out there.
Johnny Azari.
And some video. Yeah, okay. So let us know. Thank you all for being on the show. The dance break is Seth Word, the famous Seth Word. He sang an improv. I know you love this, Johnny. An improv opera song about me when I donated to his Patreon page. Anybody have a Patreon page? Anybody? Well, he does.
Not yet.
Here we go. Dance break. So here we are. This is Seth Word. You're gonna like this. Well, I think Elizabeth will.
I was sitting alone. I was wondering what to do. You were there watching me. I said, "How do you do?" And you said, "Joe."
This is why you like the improv, I think, Johnny, because you're a musician and it's improv. Here, Seth Word was just on America's Got Talent as a giant peacock. Go to his Patreon page and you can vote on what the next animal he's going to be as.
Wow, that's cool.
I know. So there he is as the peacock. I'll put that over his face.
I love it.
All right, thanks for being on the show. This has been a very weird, fun version of Lunch Therapy Tuesday, and we'll see you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you, Joe.
And I wish you best of luck.
So funny.
Johnny, I'm looking forward to. Oh, we're still on the show. Everybody can still see us. So thanks for being here. I'm going to finish.